to build a movement, for justice, not a campaign, a movement for justice. I'm going to read the words, since this is the season to attack black ministers. I'm going to read the words of another minister who understood his relationship to history. He understood that he did not make history, that history makes him, as it makes all of us, every one of us. History makes us. These words were written for over 40 years ago. And he says, and I quote, "In the days ahead, we must not consider it unpatriotic to raise certain basic questions about our national character. We must begin to ask, why are there 40 million poor people in this nation overflowing with such unbelievable affluence? Why has our nation placed itself in the position of being God's military agent on earth and intervened recklessly in Vietnam and the Dominican Republic? Why have we substituted the arrogant undertaking of policing the whole world for the high risk of putting our own house in order? All these questions remind us that there is a need for radical restructuring of the architecture of American society for its very survival's sake. America must re-examine old presumptions and release itself from many of the things that for centuries have been held sacred. For the evils of racism, poverty, and militarism to die, a new set of values must be born. Our economy must become more person-centered than property and profit-centered. Our government must depend more on its moral power than on its military power. Let us therefore not think of our movement as one that seeks to integrate the Negro into all the existing values of American society. Let us be those creative descendants who will call our beloved nation to a higher destiny, to a new plateau of compassion, to a more noble expression of humanness. We are superbly equipped to do this. We have been scarred in the flames of suffering. We have known the agony of being the underdog. We have learned from our have-not status that it profits a nation little to gain the whole world and means to lose its own soul. We must have a passion for peace born out of wretchedness and the misery of war, giving our ultimate allegiance to the empire of justice. We must be the colony of descendants seeking to imbue our nation with the ideals of a higher and noble order. So in dealing with our particular dilemma, we will challenge the nation to deal with its larger dilemma. Martin Luther King, where do we go from here? Community of chaos. Thank you.